Hey, what's up, you guys? Eric here with driverlineup.com, world's okayest steering wheel holder, checking in and hosting another vlog for you. Sorry, my light is complete shit tonight. There's no light coming in from the windshield, and these Peterbilts, they don't have a light right here. You know what I'm saying? They have like these lights off to the side. It's freaking weird. They do rotate and stuff, but you can't. Anyway. Checking in with you guys from just outside Indianapolis. I was gonna do the priming the reefer video after I showered tonight, but the fog set in, and it's freaking, dude, this fog is ridiculous. I'm so dreading this drive. I was commenting on Discord a little earlier before I went to shower that 2 nights ago, I had to drive in what felt like Star Wars with the snow, and tonight it's going to feel like Silent Hill. So I'm kind of giving my age away. A lot of you youngsters won't know what Silent Hill was, but that was probably one of the most terrifying games I played as a kid. But Silent Hill, yeah, that's what tonight's going to feel like, because the fog is thick. So that video is gonna wait a while. We got good sleep tonight, man. Or I did. I got good sleep today. So I'm getting ready to head off and drop off this load. Had to reject a load today. I guess they assumed that we would be there with a load already. It's one of those wide open windows. We can drop it off anytime before midnight tomorrow night, which would be Sunday night. Obviously, we're not gonna wait that long. But when we're in this Christmas period, you have to be under dispatch, so you can't say, hey, give us 10 hours to change our PTA, let us get some sleep. So we take advantage of these times. We stretch this one out a little bit. So that's what we did. And so I told him, I was like, look, we're not going to be there. Plus that load was just terrible. It's $1.45 a mile to go from Aurora, Illinois down to Albuquerque, then up to Salt Lake City. That is not, and with a really tight window too. That's not what I'm after. But I do, we actually are gonna try taking a Hershey load from where we're dropping off in Edwardsville to Salt Lake City. They don't pay that bad. We may actually opt to go to Salt Lake City if that load's available tomorrow morning, because we need to time our loads right to where we're reloaded with a good long run before Christmas Day. Hey, Remy, I told you guys before, Remy does not approve of anyone doing things without her permission. Like existing without her permission. So she's growling at somebody out there. She's gonna growl till he gets in the truck. Now, she's a great guard dog, but that's in name only. Hey, stop. So she's actually terrified of anything. She wouldn't actually. She'll terrify the hell out of you if you approach the window, but she's not actually gonna go pick a fight. She just implies that she's gonna. Anyway, we want to try and have a load dropped off and then be reloaded before Christmas Eve, because all the shippers and receivers are closed. Last year, we spent Christmas Eve at the Walmart in Colton, California. We do not want to be in California this Christmas. So, plus there's a snowstorm moving into the Midwest again. That's supposed to hit on like Christmas Eve and Christmas. So if we can be out west, coming back here when that happens, hopefully we can come in behind the storm. All this may be wishful thinking, but if you guys notice, what I think might happen and what I predict might happen with our loads on this truck generally end up happening. Like I told you last night, or yesterday, when we were dropping off the load, I was pretty sure we're going to end up with a Hershey load out of Pennsylvania, and that's exactly what we're running. Anyway, I wanted to say real quick, Trucking and Plucking. If you don't follow his YouTube channel, I'll put the link below in the description in this video, or just search Trucking and Plucking. He's in the TNT phase. He had some commentary. He's kind of going through this realization that, well, I think he already knew it. I mean, he was on tour buses and stuff. He was a musician, an artist. But I think he already knew that what trucking is, but it's kind of a reality check when you actually get in the truck and you just run your balls off, And he's talking about how he doesn't understand how some drivers, actually a lot of drivers, just get out here and just run, for years, decades. And if you go back and watch the very first video that I put on our YouTube channel, which we've been on YouTube for 111 days. So go back and watch our very first video. I think it was the first one. Where I haven't gone back and watched it yet. I'm going to go watch it when we get to a year. Where I reminded myself to always be inspired and always drive to thrive. That's why I end every single video on that note. And that's because I encountered a couple in a truck stop. I don't know, it was about a year ago. I encountered this couple that they were doing laundry, I think. And they were in their 60s. And I've been driving a truck for like 40 years, And the lady, really nice people, really, really nice people, but the lady just almost fell into tears when we were sitting there having a conversation about how she looks back on that nearly 4 decades in a truck and has so much regret that they didn't do something different at some point. She said that at the very beginning, the first decade or two, it was really good money for them, and instead of saving or setting something up for them in the future, they would just go on these lavish, like European cruises and stuff like that. Like, they would make a ton of money throughout the year, but then go and spend it on cars and boats and vacations and stuff like that. They weren't actually creating a plan for themselves. They didn't actually have goals. And now here they are in their 60s still driving a truck. And Trucking and Plucking was talking about how, it's been kind of this wake-up call of, trucking is not leisure. It's not leisure travel. It's not. Like, it's work, it's a job, Most of the times it's very easy work, but it's very dangerous work. But it's not like you're out here in an RV, snapping postcard Instagram shots. I mean, you see a lot of that stuff on Instagram, but man, they were there for like 10 minutes and then it was back to the grind. It's not like they're sitting there for 34-hour resets, going on hikes and shit like that. You've got to have goals, man. If you don't have goals, you're gonna be that couple. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. I know that there's drivers who do this for a long time, and some of them like it. Some of them enjoy this, and good for them. I like that, but that's not me. If you don't want to spend the next 40 years of your life just driving 600 miles a day if you're solo, or 1,000 miles or more a day if you're a team, you better have goals from the very beginning. And you better create a plan that helps you get to those goals, man, because it's so easy to get those big checks and think, okay, now I can get that boat, but then a couple decades down the road you're gonna realize you never got to actually enjoy the boat, because now you have to keep driving a truck like that for decade after decade after decade. You gotta have a plan. And I've said before, it's one of the things I love about Prime is there's so many opportunities. We were talking in our Discord, which the link is below. If you haven't joined our Discord, it's a messaging app. We've got about 100 drivers in there. I was talking about it earlier today about how Prime, and that's why riding with Kev left TMC to join Prime is just because of just because there's more opportunity, you know, with the leasing, the ACE2 leasing, the ability to build a fleet if you want. Like, there's just so many, or just go company, you know, whatever you want to do. But also the freedom to run your truck the way you want. That's what I was talking about in Discord today, about how Jen and I can come together and make $100,000 in a year running a team truck. Now, some of you might say, okay, well, that's not very much money for a team truck. Yeah, a team truck can make a lot more than that, but let me tell you something. We take 10 weeks off. We've taken 10 weeks off this year. 10 weeks off. You know, so, and not only that, we don't run 5,000 miles a week. We run sometimes, I think our average is probably like 3,500 miles a week. We just finished running a 2,000 mile week that we did 5,000 in revenue for. But you have the flexibility to run like that if you want. You know, we're content with that. I don't want to run, my life has to exist of something other than waking up and driving. You know, there's got to be some time where I can work on other projects, where I can work on my goals, where I can get good sleep. You know, I could feel clean. I want to live too. I don't want to just drive. You know, I drive, but I drive to thrive. I don't just drive to drive. You know, so I have those goals. And we have goals, you know, and a big one's been debt. I know Matt and his wife who are in Discord, they came to Prime deep in a hole, and, you know, we're able to, now they're in a whole different situation. You know, now I'm in a whole different situation. I have goals. I've talked to you about some of those goals that involve multiple trucks. I have other goals I haven't talked to you about that are really shrinking my time driving this truck, shrinking that time down to 3 to 4 years, you know, because I just don't want to do this for 10 years. I'm 41, I think, 41 or 42. I can never remember my age. But I don't want to be doing this at 52, you know. Again, I'm not knocking anyone who does. Everybody has a different approach. We all live differently. We all have different objectives, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. I'm just saying that it's not for me. I don't want to be driving a truck 10 years from now. So, and maybe your goal is to drive the truck. You know, maybe there's things you want to buy, and 10 years from now, you want to be in a position where you can go enjoy those things. I don't know. I'm just saying, have goals and have a plan to get you to those goals. And Prime is a great company with a lot of different options and avenues that you can take that can help you accomplish your goals, and I love that. So anyway, that's my food for thought tonight. Just had a shower. I got coffee. I got my reduced sodium sunflower seeds. Sunflower seeds are my, I don't want to say crutch, but sunflower seeds make a great contribution to me not getting sleepy while driving at night. But they're so salty, man. I get like the sour cream and chive, the ranch. Sometimes I'll do the cracked pepper, which are really good, but they're so salty. So I'm trying to train myself to go to the reduced sodium. So I'm gonna start the reduced sodium tonight. Let's see how that goes. Anyway, guys, be safe out there. Make good decisions. And as always, drive to thrive. Talk to you guys soon.